Where did England's 3 lions come from? Well, the crest is the English Football Association's emblem, and the national team has worn it in every fixture since 1872, when they played Scotland in the game recognised by FIFA as the first international game ever staged. But what about the lions themselves? Well, back in the 12th century, King Richard I used 3 lions as a symbol of the English throne, and that was because each lion had come to represent the joining of a royal family. Originally, Henry I had 1 lion on his standard. When he married Adeliza of Louvain, he added a 2nd lion in recognition that her father, Godfrey, Count of Louvain, had one of his own. And when Henry II was on the throne, he married Eleanor of Aquitaine in 1152. Her father, William X of Aquitaine, also had a lion on his standard, which was added to make 3. What is a cop? Well, in footballing terms, it's a word used to describe a large single-tier stand in a stadium, often situated behind the goal. But where does the word cop come from? It actually refers to the Spion Kop, which is a hill near Ladysmith, South Africa, and which was the scene of the Battle of Spion Kop in January 1900 during the Second Boer War. Many soldiers from that war would return to Britain and fill up football grounds up and down the country. The first recorded reference to a sports terrace as Kop related to Woolwich Arsenal's Manor Ground in 1904, 4 years after the Second Boer War, likening the silhouettes of fans standing on a newly raised bank of earth to soldiers standing atop the hill at the battle in South Africa. 2 years later, the Liverpool Echo referred to Anfield's Kop, and in doing so, coined the most famous Kop of them all. Brazil's canary yellow shirts are the most famous in world football, but they haven't always worn them. That they do is because of a sporting catastrophe and a competition winner. Brazil hosted the 1950 World Cup, and wearing their then traditional white shirts with blue collars, they were a heavy favourite. But they lost to Uruguay in the final, plunging the country into a deep depression. One of the repercussions was, in 1953, a newspaper-led competition to find a shirt which better represented the vitality of the country. The only stipulation was that the winning design had to employ the yellow, blue, white and green of the country's flag. And the winner was 19-year-old illustrator Aldir Garcia Schley, who won around £6,000 and was given a seat for life in the Maracana. He also saw his country wear his design at the 1954 World Cup and at the 5 World Cups they did win thereafter. Total football is a term that you hear a lot, but what does it really mean? Well, total football has heavily influenced Pep Guardiola's Barcelona and Manchester City teams, but it was made famous by the Netherlands and Ajax in the 1970s. It's a possession-based style, played from a 4-3-3 or 3-4-3, and involves using space to make the pitch as big as possible, while also freeing players from rigid positional roles in a way that gives the team numerical advantages and makes them extremely difficult to defend against. The basic tenet is that every player should be able to contribute in every phase. Total football demands a proactive press and a high defensive line. It needs highly intelligent and skilled players.